Welcome to the Expanded Black Music Moment, brought to you by The Clean Store. Today we honor Samuel Lightnin Hopkins. Samuel John Hopkins was born in Centerville, Texas in 1912 and is the most famous of the Texas country bluesmen. As a child, he was immersed in the sounds of the blues, and he developed a deep appreciation for the music at age 8 when he met the legendary Blind Lemon Jefferson at a church picnic. Upon hearing Jefferson, he felt the blues inside him and knew this was his path. He built himself a cigar box guitar, and his journey began. He came from a musical family, and his brothers John and Joel taught him how to play. Eventually, Hopkins began accompanying Jefferson on guitar. Now, Jefferson reputedly never let anyone play with him except Hopkins, and Hopkins learned much from this legendary man, Blind Lemon Jefferson. By the end of the 1920s, he had formed a partnership with his cousin, the famous Texas Alexander, and the two of them played on street corners for tips. Their partnership continued until the mid-1930s when Hopkins was sent to the Houston County Prison Farm for some unknown offense. After his release, he rejoined Alexander, working at picnics, parties, and juke joints. He would travel around Texas, often on the buses, and the drivers would often let him ride for free as long as he played for the passengers. They tried to break into the Houston music scene in the late 30s but had no success. In the mid-40s he tried again, and he was discovered and began recording for the Aladdin label out of Los Angeles. When he got to Los Angeles, he was paired with a keyboard player, Wilson Thunder Smith, and thus the name Lightnin was coined. In 1946, with Thunder accompanying on piano, Lightnin recorded his first regional hit, Katie May, which went on to be covered by Pigpen with the Grateful Dead. He recorded for Aladdin and many other labels, and it is estimated that he recorded nearly 1,000 songs in his career. This is more albums than any other blues musician ever, and quite possibly as many as any musician in any genre. Rarely playing with a band, Hopkins developed a distinctive style of fingerpicking that incorporated bass, rhythm, and lead, along with percussive tapping on the strings and the body of the guitar. Many of his songs were in the talking blues style, but he was a powerful and confident singer as well. Like so many blues artists of the day, his songs lyrically expressed the problems of life in the segregated South, bad luck in love, and other subjects that were common to the blues idiom. He dealt with these subjects, though, with humor and good nature, often referring to himself as Poor Lightning in the songs when he's talking about himself. Many of the songs are filled with double entendre. He's very lighthearted and was known for his humorous introductions to the songs as well. Hopkins traveled the world and had another breakthrough when he played Carnegie Hall with Pete Seeger and Joan Baez. This performance led to many other high-profile performances at folk festivals, including Newport, Monterey, and many other big ones across the United States. Throughout the 60s, his output appeared on a variety of labels, and his preferred method of recording was to get the money up front. Now, he may have left a good amount of royalties on the table by choosing this method, but the stability of the guarantee worked for him. He continued to perform throughout the 70s, but as the 80s rolled around, his health declined, and he died of cancer in 1982. Hopkins was an obvious influence during the jug band days and the infancy of the Grateful Dead. He even opened for them at the Fillmore in 1966. In addition to Katie May and others, Pigpen was fond of the tune we will hear today, Ain't It Crazy, also known as The Rub. This is one of those humorous tunes we were talking about earlier. It was introduced into Mother McCree's Uptown Jug Champs in '64, but it didn't show up in a Dead set until April of '70. They played it throughout '70 and '71, but that was pretty much it. Now, their version has a bouncy shuffle to it, kind of the byproduct of taking a tune recorded by a solo artist and changing it to an arrangement for a full band. When you hear the original, you'll still hear the bounce, but there's so much more space. So check it out. Here is Lightnin Hopkins with his recording of The Rub.
Susie got a rub bowl, Mama got a tub. They're going around doing the rub. Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy? You know it's crazy to keep on rubbing at that. Went down in town with my hat in my hand. Look for a woman, didn't have no man. Wasn't it crazy? Wasn't it crazy? You know it's crazy. Oh, yeah. Went down in town with my hat in my hand. Looked for a woman, didn't have no man. Wasn't I crazy? Wasn't I crazy? You know it's crazy to keep on rubbing at that same old thing. Play it one time. Now hear what cooked the goose. Two old maids lying in the bed. One time I know this is what she said. Ain't we crazy? Ain't we crazy? You know it's crazy to keep on rubbing at that. How much?